Jujutsu Kaisen. Sukuna is only just getting started. Sukuna still has many tricks up his sleeve and hasn't used a single one. Sukuna has yet to use anything besides his innate technique, despite using Megumi Fushiguro as a vessel. With access to the 10 Shadows technique, and the assumption that all 10 shikigami are tamed, it is somewhat surprising that Sukuna is holding his cards so close to his chest. This suggests that he may be using Gojo to measure his power, rather than using his abilities to their fullest, at least not right away. Sukuna has more power than he's using. So far, Sukuna has avoided using any cursed technique other than the one granted to his domain, something Gojo himself observed in chapter 228. While both excel at hand-to-hand combat, each has access to incredible levels of cursed energy and iconic cursed techniques, such as Limitless and the Zenin Clan's 10 Shadows. Despite this, Sukuna has chosen to use only the slashing technique that activates within his domain, Malevolent Shrine. The battle is only just getting started, as Sukuna has so much yet to reveal. Even his innate technique is unknown, with fans only aware of how he manifests cursed energy into slashes through Dismantle and Cleave, and his use of fire manipulation. Outside of these minor applications of cursed energy, Sukuna's technique is entirely unknown. As one of history's strongest sorcerers, Sukuna has an understanding of cursed energy like no other, and has had centuries to perfect his mysterious technique, so there is no doubt it will make him even more of a formidable contender. On top of his own powers, Sukuna has access to his vessel's innate technique. Megumi Fushiguro, a member of the Zenin Clan, has one of the Jujutsu Society's most renowned skills. The 10 Shadows technique is the only ability known to withstand and even combat the Gojo clan's 6 Eyes and Limitless, so it's surprising Sukuna hasn't made this more obvious. Previous chapters saw him tame shikigami Fushiguro had yet to control, such as Round Deer and Piercing Ox, so it can be assumed that he has subdued all 10 of the shikigami. As such, Sukuna would have the ability to summon 8-handled sword divergent Sila Divine General Mahoraga, the only shadow who had never been tamed in the history of the Zenin technique. With this collection of abilities, Sukuna is nearly unbeatable. If he uses the technique as Fushiguro has been known to do, he could also hide items or even himself in shadows, meaning sneak attacks aren't off the table. It's clear that the King of Curses is holding back, but the end of chapter 228 suggested that he is about to get very serious. Sukuna had no need to take damage. In this chapter, Gojo successfully landed a blow on Sukuna, weakening him to the extent that he couldn't maintain his domain. However, taking this damage was more likely an analytical move than a lapse in strength. While the pair were having a battle of domain expansions, Sukuna was observing Gojo. The sorcerer has a fighting style that is consistently adapting, as seen when he created a domain barrier smaller than a basketball, something previously assumed to be impossible. As such, playing it safe while Gojo revealed more techniques allowed Sukuna to compare their strengths and test the sorcerer. For this reason, he made the conscious decision to be injured in Gojo's domain. Had he made use of the 10 Shadows technique, or even revealed his innate technique, Sukuna could have easily avoided taking any damage. He could have negated Gojo's attack and countered it with one of many abilities, but for the sake of measuring his strength, he chose to take damage and observe Gojo's new conditions. As 228 came to an end, Sukuna finally made use of Fushiguro's technique, suggesting that he decided it was time to reveal his true strength. Despite the battle having lasted 6 chapters as of now, Sukuna is just getting started. While Gojo is the strongest sorcerer of the modern day, he could still be in trouble as the fight continues. Thanks for watching.